Didier Claude Deschamps, lifestyle and net worth. Didier Claude Deschamps, born on October 15, 1968, is a French professional football manager and former player who has been managing the France national team since 2012. He played as a defensive midfielder for several clubs in France, Italy, England, and Spain, namely Marseille, Juventus, Chelsea, and Valencia, as well as Nantes and Bordeaux. Nicknamed the water carrier, Deschamps was an intelligent and hard-working defensive midfielder who excelled at winning back possession and subsequently starting attacking plays, and also stood out for his leadership throughout his career. As a French international, he was capped on 103 occasions and took part at 3 UEFA European Football Championships and 1 FIFA World Cup, captaining his nation to victories in the 1998 World Cup, as well as Euro 2000. In addition to winning 2 Division I titles in 1990 and 1992, Deschamps was part of the Marseille squad that became the first, and so far only French club, to win the UEFA Champions League, a feat which the team achieved in 1993. With the Champions League victory, Deschamps became the youngest captain ever to lead his team to win the title. With Juventus, he played 3 Champions League finals in a row between 1996 and 1998, winning the title in 1996. With the Turin side, he also won the UEFA Super Cup and the Intercontinental Cup, as well as 3 Serie A titles, among other trophies. With Chelsea, he won the 1999-2000 FA Cup, and also reached another Champions League final with Valencia in 2001, before retiring later that season. After Franz Beckenbauer, and followed by Iker Casillas, he was only the second captain in the history of football to have lifted the Champions League trophy, the World Cup trophy, and the European Championship trophy. Didier Deschamps has a net worth of approximately $250 million. He is 5 feet 9 inches tall, which is equivalent to 1.74 meters tall. That being said, let's roll. Didier Deschamps' personal life. Didier Deschamps, born in Bayonne, married Claude Antoinette in 1989. Together they have a son, Dylan Deschamps, who was born in 1996. He was raised a Catholic. Deschamps' brother, Philippe Deschamps, died in a plane crash when Didier Deschamps was 19 years old, which he said has marked his life. Putting that aside, Deschamps' genealogy dates back to his parents, Gaston Deschamps and Jeanette Mellier, who both hailed from the Bayonne region. Gaston Deschamps was a fisherman, while Jeanette Mellier was a housewife. Didier also has an older brother, Jean-François Deschamps, who also played football but did not achieve the same fame as his famous brother. On the paternal side, the Deschamps family comes from Haute-Savoie. Didier's grandfather, Albert Deschamps, was a farmer in the small town of La Chapelle-d'Abondance. The Deschamps family has a long tradition of rural life and agriculture in this mountainous region. On his mother's side, the Mellier family comes from the Basque Country region. Didier's grandfather, Etienne Mellier, was a sheep breeder and had a small farm in the town of Assis. In short, Didier Deschamps comes from a humble family, with rural roots in Haute-Savoie and the Basque Country. His passion for football and his innate talent led him to a remarkable career as a player and manager. He is first cousin to retired professional tennis player and 1998 Wimbledon finalist, Nathalie Tauziat. Didier Deschamps' club career. As stated earlier, Deschamps was born in Bayonne in the French part of the Basque Country. After a short passage at rugby in the Biarritz Olympique Club, Deschamps started his football career at an amateur club, Aviron Bayonnaise, while still at school. His potential was spotted by scouts from Nantes, for whom he signed in April 1983. Deschamps made his league debut on September 27, 1985. He transferred to Marseille in 1989. Deschamps then spent a season on loan with Bordeaux in 1990, before returning to Marseille. In this second spell with Marseille, Deschamps gained his first honors as a professional player, winning 2 Division I titles in 1991 and 1992, and was a member of the first and only French side to win the Champions League in 1993, becoming the youngest captain ever to lift the trophy in the process. In 1994, Deschamps joined Italian club Juventus, with whom he won 3 Serie A titles, 1 Coppa Italia, 2 Supercoppa Italiana, as well as his second Champions League title, a UEFA and an Intercontinental Cup in 1996. He also reached 2 more Champions League finals in his next 2 seasons, and a UEFA Cup final in 1995. After his spell with Juventus, Deschamps spent a season in England with Chelsea, winning the FA Cup and scoring once against Hertha BSC in the Champions League. He finished his playing career in Spain, spending a season with Valencia, helping them to the 2001 UEFA Champions League final, but he remained on the bench as they lost to Bayern Munich. He then retired in the middle of 2001, only 32 years old. Didier Deschamps' style of play. In his position, Deschamps primarily excelled at impeding the opposition's attacking movements as a defensive midfielder, and so was capable of starting up attacking plays and distributing the ball to teammates once he won back possession, leading to him being derisively nicknamed the water carrier by former France teammate Eric Cantona, who implied that Deschamps' primary contribution to the national team was to retrieve the ball and pass it forward to more talented players. Deschamps' ability to perform this role was made possible due to his high work rate, tenacity, stamina, vision, reliable distribution and technique, and his efficacy at pressing and tackling opponents. He also had an excellent positional and organizational sense, and was known for his tactical intelligence, versatility, and his leadership as a footballer. Didier Deschamps' style of management. Deschamps first made a name for himself with Monaco as one of the best tacticians in Europe during the team's 2003-2004 Champions League run, with his counter-attacking style. Due to his successes with the France national team, Deschamps is known for being an astute tournament manager and setting teams up with a solid foundation and work ethic. Goalkeeper Hugo Lloris describes him as being calm and collected, which transmits to the players. He also brings understanding and pragmatism, common sense, and adaptability, the same qualities that served him so well as a player in midfields with more glamorous talents. During the 2018 World Cup, Deschamps used holding midfielder, Blaise Matuidi, in a new role, playing him out wide, rather than in the center, as a left-sided defensive winger or attacking midfielder in a fluid 4-2-3-1 formation. In this system, helped provide balance to the team by covering the left flank defensively, thus limiting the attacking threat of the opposing fullbacks. During the 2022 World Cup, due to injuries to several of the French team's key midfielders, Deschamps used Griezmann in a deeper role, as a central midfielder, in which he excelled due to his vision, work rate, and ability to link the defense and the attack. Deschamps places significant importance on creating a cohesive team environment by developing positive relationships with his players. He also believes in the importance of his players' personalities and how they gel with one another. He also likes to lead by example in his professional relationships with his staff and players. While he believes in controlling possession, he stresses the importance of transitions during matches in particular. Tactically, Deschamps likes to let matches unfold without giving instructions to his players from the bench, and does not believe in being overly controlling with his players. He likes to observe the match and discuss any possible changes with his staff. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to our channel for such interesting content. Bless up.